So, I kind of just wanted to share a little something that happened to me last week. It just, I don't know, it was heavy, it was a lot, and so I thought, you know, why not share it, because hopefully it'll help somebody else the way that it totally, like, shifted my perspective. So, if you've been here, you know, our fertility journey has not been easy. It's been 14 years, 3 rounds of IVF, a failed adoption, lots and lots of traumatic events. So, yeah, it's been a lot. So over those 14 years, I've had some very dark times. And, you know, I've said this to probably multiple people, if not dozens. Close friends, family, strangers that I've spoken to. I've said it so many times. I've always said that if it wasn't meant for me to be a mom, that I just wish the Lord would remove the desire from my heart, because my desire to be a mother and my mother's love is incredibly strong, so strong, and that's hard when you don't have a child. So I've said those words so many times. I've prayed those words. Lord, just please take this desire from my heart. If you don't intend for me to be a mom, just take it away. Like, I don't want it. It's too hard. It hurts too much. Remove the desire. So, I've said that for years, because that would be easy, right? If I didn't have this desire in my heart, I wouldn't feel all this pain. So, and if he's not going to allow me to be a mother, I don't need that desire, right? Maybe not. So, anyways, long story long, try to make it short. A couple weeks ago, we had some people here camping that have turned into friends, and I have gotten very close with their daughter. She's 9, 8, 9, I can't remember. 8, I think she's 8. But anyways, so when she's here, she's with me a lot. We spend a lot of time together. And people kept asking me, you know, or kept insinuating that she was my daughter. And I kept having to say, no, she's not. You know, she's my friend's daughter, but we're close. You know, she's my little spiritual child. Like, and that was really hurtful to me. Not in a bad way, but it was just hard, because if people only knew what I desired the most, because these are people who don't know me, obviously. They don't know my story. And they obviously didn't know this little girl, but they could just see us interacting together, how close we were. And to them, I was being motherly to her. So therefore, they thought she was my child. Which, side note, I cannot thank her parents enough for the way they allow me to love her, and for Jared to love her, because they know and they just let us love on her. And they don't, I could never explain to them how that makes my heart feel and Jared's heart feel. So, little side note. So anyways, I was talking to someone, and she, you know, just immediately thought that this was my little girl. And I just straight up went right into it. I was like, no, we don't have kids, and kind of shared our story. Well, we talked for probably an hour, cried, prayed, all the things. Literally by the end of the conversation, I was like, I love you. And I have just met you. And so I told her what a dark place I'd been in at times, and still am for a little bit spiritually with things. And I had said, you know, I've prayed and prayed for the Lord to take the desire away from my heart for me to be a mother. And she looked me in the eyes and she said, do you really want God to take away your mother's love? And in that moment, I was like, no. So anyways, in that moment, I was like, I really thought about those words, and I was like, no, I don't. I don't really want him to take that away from me, because if he does, I wouldn't have the relationship that I had with that little girl in the next room, or the other children that have been in my life, in Jared's life. It wouldn't be the same. So if that was gone, then I wouldn't have that. Anyways, no one's ever asked me that. After all the people that I've told that to, no one has ever asked me that. Believers, non-believers, no one. And I just broke down, and I've had this like 2-week, like, my mind has just been in a strange place, not in a bad way, but I've just really thought, because I've prayed for so many years for him to take that away, and especially a lot in the last like year and a half, I've just like really been praying for him to take that away, and I've kind of been angry, like, not gonna lie, kind of been angry about it. So I don't know, it changed my perspective, it opened my eyes, and it gave me a lot to think about, because I don't want that gone, or I wouldn't have these loving relationships that I am blessed to have with, you know, these children that I may not be in their lives every day, but I'm there temporarily, and I will be there for them as long as they will allow me to be, and their parents allow me to be in their lives. I'll show up, and I'll be there, and I will love them, and I will give them my mother's love that is in my heart. I will share with them. So if this is something that you've been struggling with, I want to ask you, like she asked me, do you really want him to take that away? Because I don't think you do. Maybe you do, but if you have that love and you have those special little relationships, I don't think you do. So I hope this encourages you if you're in a bad place with your fertility journey. I just want to say that I'm here for you, and I love you, and I feel you, and you can always reach out.